It looks weird. I don't know why. It looks different filming it from this direction. Let me move some of that stuff out of the way. I might switch sides. Hello, how art thou? I'm switching up my camera position. So if I'm moving around a little bit, that's why. And I think I know what the problem is. Your face looks dirty. There. That's much better. All right. So I am going to just get in here and work. And if y'all want to come in, you can come in. Totally up to you. And I hope y'all can hear me because I don't have my earbuds on. I'm going to straighten up some stuff. And let me just tell you, the purple out cardigan, it was near perfect. I've got to take in the sleeve just a little bit under the arm, but the size, the length, everything is perfect. All we got to do is add the faces and everything to it. Get to it. So you see me putting my pieces away. I'm actually going to make me one when I get a chance to. Thank you so much for the like. Let me toggle my comments. I want to make sure I see all of them. Thank you so much for coming in and thank you for the likes. So I'm actually going to park that. I'm actually going to park that aside for a minute. And so, because she no longer needs it when she needs it. So she knows I'm going on vacation next week. So I'm parking it, putting it aside so I can work on the next project. And while she was here, she shopped for more fabric. So there's another project in the making later. For those of you that are visiting my channel for the first time, my name is Alethea. Thank you for stopping by. And don't be shy. Say hey. Let me know who you are and let me know where you're watching from. I don't like lurkers. And I do realize that some of you are watching from maybe work. Can't really say much. The minute I say something, some of y'all start hopping on. That's cool too. All right, so this is actually the fan. This is the facing. And I'm going to take advice from one of my soul sisters, and I'm going to use the selvage because of the selvage was wide. I showed it to you. I'm going to use the selvage to create the facing. But I need to get some interfacing too. So I might still have to go out, which I was not planning on leaving my house today because I just didn't want to. No, you just get tired of going places. Hey, Miss Jacqueline. It's the Rita Strange. How you pronounce that? You from Indonesia? Esterida Negara. I know I butchered that and I'm sorry. I tried. Sorry. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. All right, so I'm putting this away. The pattern that I worked on, and I'll show you more about it in a second for those of you that are just watching, was this Mimi G pattern. And when I took a picture of it, we did like a little mini video while she was in it, and she kind of did a little her complimentary speech regarding me working on it, and she's been a customer of mine for a long time. So I got to share that video as well. I kind of showed you on her what I was talking about from last night. If you didn't see my video last night, I did a video and we were talking about dart placements. And so I show you on her what I meant by how far in you should place the darts. So make sure you check out my video from last night as well as I'll share a video today. Real Jaw, you retracted your message. All right. Thank you for understanding. Is it Esterita? Did I say that right? All right. So I still have the faces to do on the jacket, but like I said, I'm gonna park it for right now so I can work on something else. I got 3 projects that I'm working on. 3 projects. Let me pull this aside. And I'm gonna bring this up a little bit closer. And I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. Whoop. That was up a little bit too far. Sorry, I didn't mean to be all up in your face. Ooh, definitely mean for y'all to be in my nose. Sorry. All right, so that was the jacket that I was working on. And actually it's a duster, cardigan duster. And I didn't have the sleeves on, and the sleeves, everything fit perfect. The sleeve is still not on, I just have it pinned on, so that's the seam allowance you're seeing on the outside. And although it might have been a nice little touch to have the seam allowance on the outside, and I just marked where her hem needed to fall on her, and it's a little bit too wide. And truth be told, if I had left the sleeve just like it was, it would have been fine. Like I used the t-shirt sleeve instead of the jacket sleeve because the jacket sleeve was a 2-part sleeve and I didn't want to use a 2-part sleeve. But I actually added to the sleeve, which I didn't have to. So note to self, leave the sleeve alone next time. But I used the t-shirt sleeve because it was 1 part, right? But this is what I was talking about. This is a side dart that goes from about the waist up to the bust. And it was perfect on her. The length is perfect. So I'm gonna use a facing or bias, create my own bias to create a hem on this duster because it's long enough. And I'm gonna go in and create my facing, from the selvage. And I'll show you what that selvage looks like. Is anybody on here sew? Anybody watching you sew? I cut a size 28, but 28 in the sewing world is bigger than retail. So essentially this would be about a size 24 in retail if this was purchased ready-made. So this is what from on the inside I'm gonna have to create that facing, and that will be long enough. Hopefully I might just do it straight up like that so I have enough room in to be wide enough in the selvage. The selvage is pretty wide. What did I do with the rest of it? Okay, so this is the selvage. That's a pretty big selvage, pretty wide selvage, isn't it? It's got to be at least 3 inches deep. You said, do you sell the clothes you make? I do not. No, I don't. I'm a custom sewer. So I sell my service. um but I do have some garments. I mean, like I've made things for myself, sold them like on Poshmark. But no, I'm not a retailer or anything like that. but with custom stores, I specialize in bridal and formal wear. Um, and I'm an alterations specialist. Again, specializing in bridal wear, formal wear. So yeah, people come to me to they have specific ideas that they want a design, or they come with a pattern or inspiration from a magazine or something like that, and then I'll recreate the look and the fabrics that they want. So right now I'm going back. Now this is the other piece that my client is. We're going to do something with it. I think this is so pretty, and I love it because it's shimmy. I can't wait to start working with it, but I get to put this aside for right now so I can focus on something else. I'll put that out of the way. And as a matter of fact, yeah, let me go ahead and get that out of the way now. So I'm getting ready to steam press another garment that I just finished making, and I'll share that in a minute. But here, getting ready to put this aside. So I work on this later. I don't know how. I don't know what. Um, oh, wait a minute. I don't know what YouTube is about music over here, but I'm pulling music from YouTube channel YouTube. So YouTube music. I'm gonna put that there. Got another piece that I need to move. It's right behind you guys. These are all belonging to her. I'll go back and fix that up in a minute. Now I do have a skirt left to make out of this for her, a pencil skirt. So I got to do that next. So are you guys ready for the holiday? Ready for Thanksgiving? Got big plans? Mm, put that in there. Make sure you can see. All right. This is just a watch me work kind of thing. All right. Let's see. I can't even speak it into. Keep hearing my phone thing. Hang on, I'll be right there. Okay. This is for all. All right. All right. So this was a garment that I created. I didn't, I meant to create a label. I might still have time to do that. But I have a suit, a two-piece suit that I'm going to be working on that I have to make. I hope you all can hear me okay. Using my gravity feed iron rapid steam. So I'm making the seams flat. Mm. Nothing like a crisp press garment, right? So this client, she'll come and pick up today. She's already been over to try it on, make sure it fits and everything. You can see me actually making this garment in the last three, not this last video, because this last video I started on another garment, but probably the one before it and the previous two videos. It was a three-part series. See if this seam roll makes any difference. Yeah, that looks good. I should have did that on the outside. You want this iron? I actually got it from Wawac, Jacqueline. I'm gonna go back over the outside seam and do this too, because it's even though it's a crisp press, it's even better with this seam roll in the hand. I'm gonna show you the difference. You see that seam? See how crisp it is. It's not a big difference, but I can tell. So I'm gonna go back over here. The good thing about this one, you see it has a shoe plate on it, so it's not gonna burn. Now, if you leave something on there too long, it can leave a stain or scorch it. So you have to be careful with most fabric. Are you sewing today, Jacqueline? Or are you working? All right, so there's one pants leg. So I'm gonna show you the difference between one that's pressed and one that's not pressed. And obviously it's gonna be a difference because one's not pressed, all right? You destroy who you are. I can get it. Okay. So this is a pants leg that's not ironed. This one's not ironed yet, and that one is pressed. So it makes a nice crisp crease or a flat press. I was longing for it. Things haven't to ground. Only you can make a way. Only you can make a wind break. I will call on your name. Make sure that that's flat. I'm pressing the seam to one side. It would be even more flat, crisp, pressed if I was pressing the seams open. I'm just pressing it to one side. So, like I say, the next project up, I'm putting that duster to the side, and I have a suit, black two-piece jacket and pants that I'm getting ready to work on. Just FYI, if I have some YouTube monitors on here, this music is playing straight from YouTube. And I do not own the copyrights to any of it, just for my listening pleasure. I missed a little small piece right here. It's iron because it don't take long to steam. Like some irons, you got to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's not like that with this. Pressing the, I'm doing this and I'm pressing the seam flat. Your peace passes all my understanding. When mercy only His peace passes all my understanding. Hello to those of you that are watching, looking on. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like button and share. I am a primary care physician. I pop in. Well, I've been popping in a little bit more frequently lately, uh, to share my sewing projects and what I'm working on. For those of you that may not know, visit my channel for the first time, my name is Alethea, and I am a custom sewist, dressmaker, designer, alteration specialist. I specialize in bridal wear and formal wear. I create wedding gowns, altar wedding gowns, cotillion, prom, mother, the bride, bridesmaid, christening gowns, the whole 9 yards. I only work with women, don't do men's things. I will say though, I have made bow ties. I just recently created bow ties for a party of 6 for a recent wedding that I did, and I did do the Lorraine Bear jacket. So I do have pictures now, so I have to share those. The toxic chemicals that inside of your house, knowing that it's 100 times more toxic in your house than outside. That might be causing your constant headaches, your allergies. All the fragrances and chemicals and toxic buildup that gets into our cells are what creates these things. Why are you informed by your doctor that it can be some of this stuff I had already pressed and eat grapefruit every day? And so it's good. Your blood pressure naturally you don't or might not need medication. If a person that's taking a blood pressure drug can't take anything with grapefruit in. The same thing applies. Yeah, the infomercials. I understand that's how we get paid. My goodness, there be so many of them. All right, so I don't know if you were on or whoever was on the other night when I was stitching this, and I used the blue pen to mark my spots where I was going. It's a disappearing pen. So it's going to show how this fades out. See, just disappeared. Marking pens come in handy. Let me close this back up for a minute. I'm pressing the zipper seam. I love a good invisible zipper because you can't tell. It looks like a seam. And it's done right. Let me make sure the top of the zipper's pressed. That's a good flat press too.
There was a study done in 2008 that was just incredible. It looked at 140,000 people that were admitted to a hospital that
Wait. And see, you see there's a zipper there. Outside of the zipper being there, you wouldn't know it. Now I need my other hand. I did most of this the other night. Hey Claudia, how are you? Good to see you today. Not late at night. Just making sure I get these seams pressed down and looking good. I'm trying to remember, did I do the back? I don't think I did.
My business is dirtblackers.com, and we do carpet and upholstery and tile and dressing. What I like about carpet cleaning, I like the physical aspect of it. I really do. You're constantly moving on your feet. It's my own hours, and I'm my own boss. That's the best part about it. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, there's too many carpet cleaners, or there's too many plumbers, there's too many. That was
Trying to get it where to lay natural so I can press it.
If I listened to that advice, I would not have done anything. I saw it using Scott Nova years ago when somebody on the Facebook group were asking me, hey, what do you guys use invoice? And so many people.
So the only thing I haven't seen, I think, is the waist.
So I looked into it, and it was amazing. It's so easy to do. You can do proposal, you can do do so many things. This simple little platform that's amazing, really.
Got steamed down. Some little ease in it. Looks. I've used this hand because there's a little curving at the waist. I want to make sure it lays according to how it's going to curve. I didn't do it better. But I'm just thankful for what I got. All right. So all the seams and everything is pressed. So I'm gonna go in and go in with my steam arm. And I'm thinking, just like that. Just like and I'm thinking, just like that. See if I have time to do my Cricut. If I have time to use my Cricut, I make a label. Oh, you know what? I forgot the uh, I've got the inseam. Got to get below the zipper and the inseam. Ain't that just like ain't that just like God? Uh-uh. One thing about this fabric, it will wrinkle easy. Just get right in there at the seam. No, I'm thinking. All right, there we go. Now we can get to the steaming part. Now we can get to the steaming. All right. I guess I need my steam. I'll be right back. Decide to love me. You see me, I'm not alone. Oh, why you say somebody like me? That would I have to be careful with this because this thing sputters water. So I have to make sure that I don't get water. These are very wide leg pants. I'm just gonna touch that top part up a little bit. I was playing with you. I can still feel blow dry it. So I try to have my blow dry hand in case I get water spot. Because you don't want the water to set a stain in the fabric. But you can't happen. It's almost to a degree pointless to see this because it wrinkles up real fast. As far as I'm going with that, I believe. Yep. Be trying to keep this. We're gonna end up putting it in a garment bag anyway, so really it's no use. Make sure all of the major creases and wrinkles are up.
It's time to redefine web hosting with Bluehost Cloud. The new platform built for WordPress creators by WordPress experts. Host lightning fast websites with 100% uptime. 24/7 priority. With Bluehost Cloud, the possibilities are out of this world.
Okay, that's it for that one.
Bluehost Cloud at Bluehost.com.
That's it for that one. So, yeah. So now I'm gonna go in and cut my black jacket, black suit. Put this aside for now. think I'm gonna use, this pattern.
You're gonna be here and you're
Mm,
gonna put yourself first. Your money gonna take
I haven't decided which one. Thinking I might use this pattern or I might use this one. I'm not sure. I know they're two different type patterns, but this was more on the line. I don't know. I may just do this one. But I'm doing it out of this black crate. It's a black stretch crate that I got from Kiki Textiles. And so it's a lightweight crate, but it's good to wear it all year round. And the cuff of it, the lapel of it is going to be a satin lapel, black satin. And then there's going to be this French cuff at the sleeve. Sleeve, ostrich feathers on the cuff of the sleeve. Say it like that. So that's what I'll be working on. I'll be cutting that out. I think I have more. Yes. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought I had more of these feathers. So I bought some for another project earlier on. I'm just going to add this to this. Because these feathers, when you buy them like this, you're thinking you're getting full feathers, and it's gonna look like the picture when you see it. But if you ever order feathers at Sold by the Yard, and I think this might be a 4 or 5 ply. That's not thick at all. Might even be a 3 ply. I don't know. But you have to buy plenty of it in order to get the thickness that you want. So like on the last garment that I did, I had to order 6 yards in order to get the fullness that I wanted on each sleeve. Like I had to do 3 yards on one sleeve and 3 yards on the next. So I think this is 10 yards on this one. It's 8 or 10 yards. Plus I just had another probably 3 yards right here from a previous project. So what I'm getting ready to do now is press out my pattern pieces so I can get them all flat. There was one other pattern that I was going to use. I'll put these aside. There is one pattern that I'm going to use for the pants. I'm not going to use that same one. On another project. Okay, give it up. Found a good spot for that box. I got a lot of sequins on the floor from cutting this garment out. I think I'm gonna use these pants. I think. Make sure I have all the pieces. That's not it. That's not it. No, I don't even see the pen. Let's see, okay, so having pieces marked out somewhere.
To save up to $10 off account. Enjoy over $600 in digital coupons each week and get low prices for irresistible savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I think this is it. But I modified them for myself. Let's see. This is actually the pattern. Let's see what the actual pattern number is. That goes one. Okay, so now all the pattern pieces are with that one, so I'm not gonna use that. I mean, all the pattern pieces are there, but I modified them for my fit, and I don't want to do them, so I am going to look for something else to use. You know what? Let me cut this off because I think YouTube does. I think YouTube will copyright me. They've done it twice. I just thought about that. I'm like, why you have music on your chat on your channel if I can't use it? It don't make no sense. So yeah, I think they will. They might even copyright this whole video. I might not even be able to use it, but it's okay. All right, now I gotta go find another pattern. Let me look at the measurements. The measurements are right here. All right. I'm gonna compare her measurements to mine to see where they are. Let's just see these two pieces. The front, the back, the waist, and no, I'm not folding this up cute. I do it another time. It's still gonna get pressed out at some point, so it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. I'm pretty sure her crotch depth, length, and all that is gonna be different from mine. I might still be able to use it, depending on how much I modified it. It doesn't look like I trimmed off the seam allowances at all. So I trim the seam allowances off, then it might be still doable. I might be able to undo some things that I did. So let's see what I just do with her paper. Oh, right here. All right, so the front crotch is 8.5. Mine, I think, is 13. So that just means that she's shorter than me. Let me do it from here, from the seam allowance. So actually, that will be about this cutting line right here. That cutting line is the size 8. I don't think she's a size 8. All right, and then the back one. Now I did adjust this because I scooped it out. So y'all, you on my video last couple of nights, you heard me talk about scooping out the crotch to be able to have room to sit in. And so I did that with this one. So I don't know if you can see how I told you how if you have to do a deep crotch, call it deep crotch dive, if you will. You have to scoop it out. It looks more like a J rather than a slope. This is the front. Even though it's shorter, you can see how it looks like a slope. But this one looks literally like it's scooped out. That allows more room for the butt to sit down in. All right, so her back crotch is 18 3/4. I don't know, we might be doing something. Although her seat is not as deep as mine. I think mine is like a 10. All right, now I think her back crotch, her back inseam is not like mine. It says it's a little bit longer, but I think this ought to be okay. And then a crotch depth is 9 inches. All right, so she starts scooping out about here, and probably bring this in here. All right, let me cut this out. Let me see how it works for her because it looks like she might be close to the same as me. From her waist to the floor, 40 inches. She's not as tall as me. My legs, I usually measure like a 45 inches from the waist to the floor. Hers is measuring 40. So, I might be able to use this. Her waist is 36, and her hips are 44. And she says she's lost some weight. I know y'all probably can't hear nothing I'm saying. I don't know what I did with my earbud. So I'm gonna cut a 20 in these pants. But I think I'm gonna end up say I don't know how much weight she lost. She said she lost some weight. So I don't know how much. Maybe I should do I'm gonna cut the 20. Cut the 20 because of where it is right now. And then we can make the adjustments later. So I'm gonna cut these pants out just like they are. And then go from there. But right now what I'm gonna do is 'cause I didn't realize she was as close as she was to my measurements as she is. So I'm just with it and make the adjustments as I need to when she comes for her fitting on tomorrow. And I know you probably say this is not a formal suit. It is. It's a tuxedo style suit with a little twist to it. It's not going to have tuxedo stripes down the legs or anything like that, but the jacket is going to have the satin collar, satin lapel collar. Notice I'm not applying any steam to this pattern because I don't want it to, it doesn't need it. And I'm pressing it from the back because all of the tape is on the front and see what just happened right there? The heat will shrink up the tape. Let me see if I can make that press down smooth. Yeah, leave that alone. Just want it to press flat, that's all. Where's my temple one? Here. Just want that to press flat. That's as flat as it's gonna get. Just trying to get all these crinkles out so I'll be able to press it good. I mean, it'll be as smooth and flat as possible. Thank y'all for watching. All right. Still haven't decided the jacket style yet. So I'll figure it out. I'm gonna lay this here and my facings, they gotta get pressed out too. Everything get pressed. So I'm gonna let that sit right there until I get this fabric out. Use this to wipe on the table. When I say sequins everywhere, it's sequins everywhere. Like everywhere. I should just float them in on top of this mat. There's a smaller mat. Okay, how many mats do I have? I had quite a few. Anybody can recommend a good jacket, like a handheld bag. Probably good to fuck this stuff up. I'm listening. That was probably the smartest thing I did today. I'll get some trash can. All right. Now, there's a reason why I have these two mats here. Um, I bought a perfectly good mat um Big Mat, Anna's Big Mat Rotary Cutter .com. But what happened? My hobby table is not even, and so when I get ready to when I get ready to cut over the grooves, my mat is separated because my hobby table is separated. So I had her to cut my mat like my table so that I could keep it. I thought I was gonna be able to keep it on here and be able to fold it, which I am because I had to tape it down. Use some 3M tape to stick it to the table, but it's uneven. So when I get ready to cut, it still won't cut just straight. So I got to figure a way to make that work a little bit better. But the mat itself is a great mat. Love it. So that's why I use this one on top. So it slides over the groove of the other of the creases of the other mat. There's a side that's shinier. I could get away with using that, the back side of this for the collar and lapel, but I'm going to use a satin. It's just because that's how her inspiration picture was with a satin collar. And I'm just trying to make sure my fabric is lined up right. It's even. So, sometimes it's even though you lay the edges together up at the top doesn't mean that the fabric is even. Push it over too far.
No, no, no.
I'll get there. Trying to make sure it's laying on the grain because it can make a difference in how your fabric, your pattern hangs once it's cut. Your garment, if it's not on the grain, it won't lay right. Now, bring this over. Whew. Now, I cut both pieces. See if I'm able to cut both pieces, one up and one down. I have to do it that way.
Oh,
No, that's still not gonna work just because of that one little edge right there. Yeah, it's not gonna work. With the flat just all the way down. It's still not gonna work right there just because of that doggone inseam in the back. Sticks out so far. It's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to be mindful to use, I'm gonna cut this over here because I might need this fold over here for something. It's kind of stuff you have to look out for. Make sure that everything is gonna line up the way it should. And be mindful of the fabric, your usefulness of fabric. And try to get as close to the edge as possible. Try not to waste fabric if I can help it. Make sure as I'm cutting this, it's gonna lay down like it should. Okay. Now I can get to work. My rotary cutter. Time to sharpen my past the blade. That's what it hurt that little dip. That's where the mat separates that. Right in there. Oh, where's my scissors? places that it's catching. That's not, cutting all the way. That just means, I think my blade is getting dull. Oh, let's see. Oh, that dark one. And I know this is the back seam, so we're gonna leave it at that. I don't think she wants any pockets in this either, so that makes it easier too. Make sure my I don't know if y'all been talking and I just haven't seen the comments, but let me toggle this again. Okay. All right. Y'all just gonna be quiet a little bit. I need my chalk. That's that piece. And I'm gonna use this part right here, especially since it's cut on the fold. I can use that for some of the jacket, like a sleeve or something like that. You have to be really careful with this fabric because some of it seems like it's off grain. So you got to really work with it and make sure that it's that you cut on the grain. So you don't want your garment worn. I'm gonna cut this one as well on the side close to the selvage, so that way I can utilize that fold more in the jacket pieces. So making sure this is lined up with the selvage, the grain line. Make sure I got the bottom caught in that. So I'm using the rotary cutter. I want to make sure that every part of it is laying down like it should be. It's covering the front, the back, the sleeve. That's gonna be fine. Oh. Make sure that I have. That's a 60. I do have 3. Take that 3 out. Change it out while I can. Or do I have it on the right side? I get to dispose of it. Let's see if that's gonna be any better. It already did that. That way butter. Okay. Yes. That was much better. I think I am gonna line the pans, but I may do a half lining. Like you see, a lot of the men's pants are half line. I may do that. I don't know. I may just do the whole thing. Not that much. Pants are cut, at least the outer pants are cut. Just gotta cut the lining out. Let's figure out what to do with the jacket. All right. So, y'all, I am going. So I will catch y'all later. I may come on tonight, so once I get everything cut out later on tonight, I'll be sitting here working on this. So you'll get to see that, but I've got to make sure I cut the interfacings out, figure out which jacket I'm gonna use, and then go with that. And then that'll be it. So catch me tonight. Stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and click that bell so you get the notifications. Generally try if you're in the Facebook group, I try to share this out, let you know I'm on. But otherwise, just gotta catch me when you catch me. All right, talk to you later.